Hey friends, it's Megan, and it's Wednesday devotionals. And hey, the scenery's a bit different. You can see behind me, I'm actually in the church courtyard, and we are here waiting for folks to come for drive-through ashes and communion. And I'm slowly turning the camera just so you can see a little bit of our church courtyard. Some of you have actually never seen it. And this is where we have done outdoor worship for much of the summer and the fall and winter. And thankfully we were able to find an FM transmitter and continue to do drive-in worship, like the drive-in movie theaters we used to go to as kids and adults and friends and family and all that fun stuff. Well, actually, I'm here at church waiting to do drive-through ashes. We had a wonderful gathering not a gathering. We had about 10 cars, and about 20 people to come through this afternoon. And so now we're here again tonight doing drive-through ashes. And I wanted to start, we're going to be doing a series in Lent, Wednesday evenings on Facebook Live, and then also on YouTube for church, for gathering within community. And I apologize, I don't remember exactly what it's called again, but I'm going to be calling it Return to Community and gathering as community. And so I wanted to start today, or start our journey for Lent, I should say, and talk about what it means to return to the Lord our God. We hear that frequently during Lent, return to the Lord our God. What does it mean? What are we saying when we say that? What are we doing when we say that? Well, first of all, Lent is a time of reflection. And it's a time to reflect on who you are as a child of God, realizing that as a child of God, we fall short. We don't measure up to our own standards, to unfortunately other people's standards. Really, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to other people's standards. That's another sermon for another time, another devotion for another time. We've talked about the comparison game and how it's just a deadly game, folks. It's really not any good. Truly, don't play it. But return to the Lord your God. Return to the realization that we fall short. We don't measure up. But when we return to God, the measuring doesn't happen. God makes up the difference. God takes care of the rest. God takes care of our inadequacies. That's easy for me to say. And God makes them right. God makes them so that the inadequacies are not. And I wanted to talk to you a bit about the journey of Lent and the reflection and the renewal that we often search for and seek out, especially during this time. And I wanted to let you know that when you return, which really and truly is a daily thing, let's be honest, as the camera is slipping out of my hand here, hang on. It's a daily thing that can happen, returning, not just during Lent, but every day. So return, reflect, and realize that as we reflect on how God is renewing us, how God is changing us, how we are working to be changed, that the reflection that we do is also the outward reflection of how God is changing us. We look inward to see how we can change, how we can be better, how we can return to God. And at the same time, we make sure that the love and grace that we've been given freely, no charge, no cost, no expectation, we share it with others and we show others. Remember that when you return to God, God is there. And then when you turn back, you share that with other people. We talked about relationships recently. That doesn't stop. Return to God and then share what you've been given with others. And remember that Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent is a time to re-look, renew, re-engage, and most of all, reflect on yourself and what God in Jesus has done for you. Be well, friends. Be safe. Return to God. God's not far. Don't worry. Just turn around. Remember, dear friends, you are a beloved child of God, worthy of God's love and grace and mercy. Until next week, be well.